ghosts at all, and to be honest, I'm still really skeptical of what's going on. If I had any logical explanation for the story you're about to hear, trust me, I would have used it by now. But basically, one day she's like, hey, there's this mountain near Las Vegas called Mount Charleston, and she goes, hey, there's a cabin up there that apparently is super, super haunted, and I want to go to it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. And, because I wanted to impress the girl, I was like, yeah, that's whatever. Now, obviously, I didn't think the cabin was haunted. By no means was I sitting there like, yeah, I bet you we're about to pull up to the cabin and the ghosts are going to be sitting there like, ayo, what's up? It's your boy, a Rice Scum, back with another video, that's just not what I thought was going to happen. Obviously, I'm a little afraid of going to the middle of nowhere to a cabin in the middle of the woods with this girl, but hey, if it makes me look dope and it gets me some action, then I'm down for it. So, we plan to go to this cabin, and I'm looking it up, and apparently somebody was murdered in this cabin, so the police, basically shut it down. No one wanted to buy it.
Thinking Sentra? Think again. The Toyota Corolla is more reliable, more comfortable, and more adaptable. So what are you waiting for? Upgrade to the award-winning Corolla today. Visit Rivera Toyota of Mount Kisco in-store or online.
I will start up the pumps. I'll start up the turbine.
Because when you buy a house, they have to disclose if somebody's died in the house. And so obviously, when you're shopping for a cabin in the woods, hearing that somebody died in your cabin in the woods 9 times out of 10 is not a good place or a good way to sell your cabin. Like what? The real estate agent's gonna pull up with, and this is where she was decapitated. Yeah, you can actually see right here. Like, no. That's not how you sell a house. I mean, I'm not a real estate agent, but something tells me that doesn't work. So, whatever. The weekend comes and she's like, okay, let's go. So we hop in the whip, the mom car that I had, and we bool on out to this mountain, and we stumble upon this cabin, and we get there around dusk, and, I'm usually not a giant scaredy cat, but, something about the atmosphere, the lighting, I don't know what it was, but I'm looking at this sketchy cabin being backlit by the sun, and I'm like, oh my god, this place is haunted. Like, I don't know what it is, but, a chill went down my spine, and she's like, okay, are you ready to go in? And I'm like, yeah. And 9 times out of 10, I would only be scared of realistic things. Like, I'd be like, someone could break into a cabin and make me go missing. That's a possibility. But ghosts were never the issue. So, whatever. We go inside, and I'm not even kidding. I felt like I was in Silent Hill or Resident Evil. Like, I felt like I was in Five Nights at Freddy's. 100%, any moment, King Zaboomafoo himself was going to jump out of the closet and hit me with the yeehaw, and then I was going to have to ride my Old Town Road down to Lil Nas X's house. I don't know what that sentence was, but it came out of my mouth. So whatever, we set up our sleeping bags in the living room. Like, there really wasn't a living room, okay? All the windows were kicked out, and there was crap everywhere, but whatever, we set up our stuff in what I think used to be a living room. I didn't really be able to make out what everything was, but it looked like it used to be a living room at one point, right? And my girlfriend immediately started being like, okay, let's go exploring. And I don't know why, I just had this feeling in the pit of my stomach. I was like, no, don't go exploring. Like, trust me, you're not gonna like what you find. Trust me, you're not gonna enjoy it. But whatever, I was being peer pressured by a cute girl, so obviously I send it, okay? I'm like, yeah, I know in horror movies they say to trust your gut, and every time someone doesn't, they die, but chicks, let's go, full send. If there's a ghost here ready to end me, let's get it on, Donkey Kong. That way I don't have to turn in my homework I haven't done yet. Like, if you think about it, it kind of is a win-win. I get killed by a ghost, I prove that ghosts exist, and I don't have to do my homework, and I don't have to worry about my girlfriend anymore. Like, it's really a dub. So anyways, we go out exploring, right? And we're like getting into the basement, and I don't know why, but as soon as we step into the basement, I just get this feeling of like,
this is a new season. This is a new game. So what you gonna do?
Hey, yeah. Well, listen.
like, nah, dog, get out of here. And I trust my gut. I've seen enough horror movie shows going on, so I'm kind of like, yeah, no, I'm not going further into the basement. And she's like, yeah, me neither. I got a bad feeling. So we go back up into the living room. We're chilling in our sleeping bags. And, like, I'm telling you, I don't know if when we went into the basement, we woke up the demon or, like, pissed off the ghost or whatever. Like, we didn't, I don't know, like, we emoted him on it after we knocked him in Fortnite or whatever. But as soon as we're, like, getting settled in again, there starts to be these noises coming from the basement. And when I say noises, it almost sounds like something's getting dragged across the floor. Now, at this point, in my head, I'm like, nope. The level of nope is untouchable. I actually feel like running away, screaming like a little girl. But, of course, there's a girl in the picture, and I have to act tough. And she's like, what do you think it is? And I'm like, probably a raccoon. I don't know. I don't think raccoons are dragging dead bodies across the floor. But, hey, maybe raccoons have gotten increasingly violent in the past couple years, all right? I'm by no means a raccoon expert. Who knows? So I'm trying to keep it cool. There's noises coming from the basement that, by the way, apparently somebody died. No big deal. Just no reason to be crapping your pants except for the fact that maybe somebody died in the basement of the house where you're hearing noises. So after about an hour of it getting dragged around, the noises slowed down. So we go a little bit outside and we make a fire and we start cooking our food that we brought with us, right? And like ever since the noises stopped, I'm feeling way more confident, okay? Now, when there's raccoons dragging other dead raccoons around in the basement, I'm not feeling too hot. I'm not too confident. But when there's no raccoons making noises, that's when it's Scrubby's time to shine, all right? So I'm acting confident. I'm like, oh, are you scared? Like, here, hold my hand. Look at how tough I am. You know, and 30 seconds ago, I was about to ditch you to the raccoon and let you die in the basement. But hey, now, baby, it's me and you to the end of time. 1v1 me, no scopes only. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even jump you for a Fortnite skin, girl. So I'm acting all tough, and that's when I see this. So I'm sitting in the back of the fire looking at the cabin, and in the window I start to see something moving, okay? And my first thought is instantly, oh, there's somebody else in the cabin. But then I realize that it's moving back and forth, and I can see like through it, okay? And there's no curtains, there's nothing. It's just like I can see this thing, and I'm telling you, dog, I do not believe in ghosts. To this day, I still really don't. There's got to be a logical explanation, because I don't think ghosts is a logical explanation. But at this point, I'm freaking out, all right? Like, my cheeks are so clenched, I could craft a diamond in between these cheeks, okay? Like, I am petrified. But whatever, I don't say anything to her, because she's going to be like, oh, let's go look it out. And I've seen enough horror movies to know, every time you go to...
Good grammar and spelling are important. But if you want to write essays that inspire,
check it out, you die. Like, that's just automatic, boom, you're done. So whatever, we go inside and we're trying to go to bed. She passes out. I'm like, girl, we are in a haunted house, okay? I still don't have an explanation, but then I start hearing noises, all right? It sounds like whispering coming from the walls. And listen, I don't believe it. Like, I'm telling you guys, I don't believe in ghosts. I just have no logical explanation. Like, you know, if it takes the words out of my mouth, it's got to be pretty scary, because I don't shut up ever. But, like, basically, I'm hearing whispering coming from the walls, and it sounds like people's nails, like, being dragged along the edge of the house. And the entire night, I don't sleep at all, because I'm basically paranoid. The second I'm closing my eyes, I'm going to wake up to, like, a zombie nun in my face standing over me, like, hello, Ryan. Like, I'm not trying to play games and get eaten by a zombie, okay? So I'm freaking out. I don't sleep a wink the entire night. I literally pull an all-nighter. The entire night, there's, like, these noises and whispering coming from the wall, and it sounds like something's getting dragged through the basement again. And, like, before anyone in the comments, oh, someone was messing with you, we were outside, we were inside, we were in the basement. Like, we would have seen somebody or something messing with us, okay? If Scooby-Doo and the gang of Shaggy the Pothead can figure out when somebody's messing with them, I promise you that I would have been able to figure out. And I'm telling you, I have no logical explanation for where the sounds are coming from. I have no logical explanations about where any of this was coming from. All I know is I'm sitting here, and I'm 99% sure I'm in the middle of a haunted cabin in the woods, and at any second, I'm 100% gonna get eaten by a zombie, and I absolutely die. So the next morning, she rolls over, and she's like, wow, I haven't slept that good in ages. And I'm like, well, good for you. I'm glad to know that if there was a real ghost, the one time there's actually something scary, you sleep. Every other time when there's nothing at all, you're fine. But no, fine. I'm so glad to know that you're an attack dog, all right? Anything out of place, ooh, it's not getting past you. If there was a ghost and you were the only one that we had to rely to guard us, we'd all be doomed. Thank you for that. You're the reason I had to come to this stupid haunted house, and you're the reason that I'm leaving terrified. And like I said, to this day, I have no explanation for what happened. I have no idea what happened, if you want me to be honest with you. I'm terrified. I never went back to that cabin. Anytime somebody brings it up, I'm like, nope, and I tell them the story. I'm 100% certain that place was legit haunted. I don't have a logical explanation. If anyone has a logical explanation for something getting dragged through the basement, whispering in the walls, and tapping on the edge of the house all night, please let me know, because I would love a logical explanation so that way I don't feel like I'm a crazy person trying to convince people that ghosts exist every day. But on that note, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the video. And, of course, turn on post notifications if you don't already. Today's notification shout-out goes to the one, the only. I have to scroll down because I promised I was going to give it to somebody in particular. And I don't want to mess up and ruin their day, because that would suck. And it goes to Bree Daisy. Shout out to you for having notifications on. If you want to have notification shout out, turn on notifications, send me a screenshot on my Instagram at Scrubby, and I shout somebody out every day. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot and stay hydrated. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.
right off me. I'm gonna read 100 books.